We have a lot of unknowns with this LZ0 Duramax diesel behind me, and one of which is, will the PPE resonator delete and intercooler pipes fit on the LZ0 Duramax? And that is what we're going to find out right now. 10 millimeter. And there we have it. Basically, with me looking at this right now, it looks very, very similar to the LM2. So after pulling off the knock sensor, we're going to have to work on this bracket, 3 10 millimeter nuts. Now before we start tearing everything apart, I want to take a closer look at this resonator right here, and then we have our elbow. And actually you can see the part number right there. You can compare it to the LM2 if you would like. I don't have that information on me right now. But here's the resonator delete. And in comparison, looks like we're working with the same product here. So I'm going to go ahead and start pulling stuff off. We have a 7 millimeter here for this clamp, 7 millimeter for this back clamp. A little bit of wiggle. You can see how soft that hose is. Just comes right off. And now we will work on this clamp right here. We're going to get a pick to just kind of pull it up, and then this will slide right off. Alright, so I just slid it out this way. There's a little lock right there. See the little guide pin on it? This looks very much identical to the one on the LM2. Let's set these on the bench. And now looking at it, we have the same length. Let's take a closer look inside and see why we want to replace this. Just a bunch of little perforations inside there when this is just a direct flow through. So let's go ahead and get these pipes on there. All right, we have the airbox elbow. We have the intercooler hoses right here. These are going to have these super awesome clamps. These are going to promise a tight seal right there, so you're not going to have any leaks. You can see the little indentions on there. They're nice and smooth, whereas a normal hose clamp that may come in other kits are just going to be regular hose clamp like this, and that's good for the non-boosted side, but it's not so good with the boosted side because you want a full tight seal. But this is the resonator delete right here. All these parts are available on DemonWorkshop.com, and you can get the resonator delete as well as the intercooler hose kit right there as shown. Now let's get to installing. Alright, for the resonator delete pipe, I like to put this on without the clamp, and then so I just spin it so that way I can find where that little lock tab is, which we found it, but it's a very tight fit. Just wiggle it. So you can see right there now, the little spring clip can now be installed and lock it in place. And you know it's locked because now pull on it and check on it. Make sure this is pushed all the way down. Good to go. There's our PPE resonator delete pipe installed. Elbow piece has been installed. Clamps are situated as shown. Everything fits super nice. You can see it's labeled cooler and turbo side, so you know which direction to put the hose on. So this is a 7 millimeter. There's another 7 millimeter down here on this clamp, and then we have 7 millimeters for this duct as well. Easy slip on of this intercooler pipe right here. Much more firm. All right, everything is installed. This is secured. This is really tight. This is tough to get on, but with a little bit of time and moving things around, it'll slip into place. Don't do what I did. Clock your hose clamp. Better thinking ahead. I mean, come on now. I'm gonna go ahead and take that off and flip it around. Now with the bracket installed, here it is, all put back together. You can leave this cover off if you wanted to for better visuals. Depends on what you're after. But that's what it's going to look like without it. And that's generally how I prefer it to look. I would like to get rid of this bracket and move this knock sensor over here like I did on the previous LM2, and I may or may not do that, but today was more of a test fit to make sure that this stuff works, fits on the truck, And I think we just confirmed it. LZ0 PPE intercooler resonator delete pipe and intercooler pipes and an intake pipe fits. On to the next.